Women more likely to back 100,000 jobs than men. U.S. to limit toxic forever chemicals in drinking water. His biological age is a decade younger thanks to 4 daily habits. Blood caffeine levels clue to staying slim and lower diabetes risk. Author Leigh Bardugo reaches Blockbuster deal. Honduras President to seek official relations with China. Argentina inflation tops 100% for the first time since 1991. Webb telescope spots a star on the brink of exploding.
Hello, I'm Leigh. Thank you for joining us on FUNDAY News. It is Thursday, March 16th, and here are your top stories. According to fresh data from recruiting software company ICIMS, fewer women than men apply for jobs that pay an annual salary of $100,000 or more. But those who do are more likely to get hired than their male counterparts. The company revealed less than 40% of applicants for 6-figure roles on the platform were women in February. Studies have also shown women tend to accept job offers more quickly than men, which may shut down negotiations and exploration of potentially more lucrative options.
Research shows that women tend to hold back from applying for jobs unless they are 100% qualified for a particular role. Overall, men have applied for jobs on iCIMS at a higher rate than women in recent months, even as economic forecasts have soured and the perceived risks associated with job hopping have grown. According to a December survey by iCIMS, which works with some 6,000 organizations, just 13% of women felt very confident they could find a new job in the following 3 months, compared to 30% of men.
The U.S. Environmental Protection Agency on Tuesday proposed the first federal limits on harmful forever chemicals in drinking water. A long-awaited protection, the agency said, will save thousands of lives and prevent serious illnesses, including cancer. The plan would limit toxic PFAS chemicals to the lowest level that tests can detect. PFAS, or per- and polyfluorinated substances, are a group of compounds that are widespread, dangerous, and expensive to remove from water.
PFAS had been used since the 1940s in consumer products and industry, including in non-stick pans, food packaging, and firefighting foam. Their use is now mostly phased out in the U.S., but some still remain. The proposal would set strict limits of 4 parts per trillion, the lowest level that can be reliably measured, for 2 common types of PFAS compounds called PFOA and PFOS. In addition, the U.S. EPA wants to regulate the combined amount of 4 other types of PFAS. Water providers will have to monitor for PFAS.
David Sinclair, 53, a Harvard biologist and anti-aging researcher, said according to components of his DNA that reflects the aging process, he's a full decade younger than his ID suggests. He said his calculated biological age has been going down for the past decade or more. The secret? He drinks 1 to 2 green tea matchas daily. Sinclair said he's also cut back on the frequency of his meals. He added, and that period of fasting has also had great benefits on the estimated biological age.
I thought we'd just slow down aging. Now we're talking about an aging reset.
Emerging research suggests intermittent fasting may help increase longevity due to the way it seems to affect cellular aging and reduce the risk of certain diseases. Sinclair also said stress management, including setting aside quiet times during the day, supports healthy aging. He said, I don't stress so much about problems. I do surround myself with people who are not jerks increasingly. Sinclair said he could be better at incorporating aerobic exercise into his routine at least 3 times a week.
On Tuesday, research published in the journal BMJ Medicine said that higher blood caffeine levels may reduce the risk of diabetes and could help people stay slim. Dr. Deepinder Gill, a clinical scientist at Imperial College London who worked on the study, said, we found that slowing metabolism have higher plasma caffeine levels, and those with higher plasma caffeine levels go on to have a lower body mass index and a lower risk of diabetes. He added, it's the plasma caffeine that's doing that.
Dr. Gill said that also meant people who metabolize caffeine more slowly were more likely to be thinner and have less risk of diabetes, and he noted the study could inform more research, including on whether drinking more coffee could help people to stay slim. Dr. Gill said certainly people shouldn't start drinking more coffee or tea to try to lose weight, and that's also because coffee and tea and caffeine can have adverse effects as well. Some people might find it difficult to sleep, and some people can get palpitations.
take your blessings with your heartaches too. It's so easy and so wonderful to know it's you.
学习，一切从今天开始。FUNDAY 英语。
Best-selling author Leigh Bardugo has reached a blockbuster deal with Macmillan Publishers, which includes an 8-figure agreement for a dozen books across several imprints. According to Macmillan, the book will comprise a variety of formats, age categories, and genres. Bardugo is best known for her Grishaverse fantasy novels, which includes Shadow and Bones, the basis for a Netflix series of the same name. She has also written the adult fantasy novel Ninth House and its recently released sequel, Hellbent.
In a statement released on Tuesday, Bardugo said, Macmillan took a chance on me over a decade ago, and they have been my home ever since. When no one in YA was interested in epic fantasy, they welcomed Shadow and Bone. When everyone wanted books about kings and queens, they rolled the dice on my team of 6 outcasts trying to pull off an impossible heist. She added, and when I wanted to go someplace far darker, they backed me in welcoming readers to Ninth House.
Honduras President Xiomara Castro said on Tuesday she had instructed the country's foreign minister to bring about the opening of official relations with China. The leaders of the Central American country had floated the idea of cutting ties with Taiwan and starting relations with China during her electoral campaign, but said in January 2022 she hoped to maintain ties with Taiwan. Castro said in the tweet, "The decision is a sign of my determination to fulfill the government plan and expand borders."
Taiwan's foreign ministry said it was in the process of understanding the situation without giving further details. China does not allow countries with which it has diplomatic relations to maintain official ties with Taiwan. If Honduras breaks off its relations with Taiwan, it will leave it with formal diplomatic ties with only 13 countries. Beijing vehemently opposes countries from having official ties with Taipei. The Taiwan government, however, asserts the island is already a de facto independent nation.
Argentina's annual inflation rate tore past 100% in February. The country's statistic agency said on Tuesday it's the first time it has hit triple figures since a period of hyperinflation in 1991, over 3 decades ago. Government data showed inflation over 12 months clocked in at 102.5% in the second month of the year, with a higher than expected 6.6% monthly rise in the Consumer Price Index and a 13.1% year-to-date increase. With inflation so high, prices change almost weekly.
In Argentina's markets, shops, and homes, the impact of spiraling prices is being felt keenly as one of the highest inflation rates in the world stretches people's wallets. The government has tried in vain to tame the rising prices, which dent people's earning power, savings. On the streets, inflation is all many people can talk about. It seeds frustration and anger as salaries often fall behind the cost of goods despite government schemes to cap prices and limit grains exports to boost domestic supply.
The James Webb Space Telescope has spotted a rare and tumultuous sight 15,000 light-years away from Earth. The scintillating image of a Wolf-Rayet star called WR-124 in the Sagittarius constellation. Wolf-Rayet stars are some of the most luminous and massive stars in the universe. Some stars briefly become a Wolf-Rayet before they explode in a supernova, so it's rare for astronomers to spot them. The big, bright star burning through their fuel, like hydrogen over a few 100,000 years. Then they explode.
The Wolf-Rayet star observed by Webb is 30 times the mass of our Sun, which has a mass of about 333,000 Earths. So far, WR-124 has shed about 10 suns worth of material, creating the cool, glowing gas and cosmic dust seen in the image. The Webb telescope glimpsed WR-124 during some of its first scientific observations in June 2022. The new image, released by NASA on Tuesday at the South by Southwest Conference in Austin, Texas, reveals unprecedented details in infrared light, which is invisible to the human eye.
FUNDAY News will help sharpen your English skills while keeping you informed on current international events. Tune into our other FUNDAY programs to learn more about the world's most important topics in English. Click the link below now to join FUNDAY for free. I'm Leigh, your host. I'll see you next time.